Most entrepreneurs start with the same dream, building something that matters to people. However, statistics tell a sobering story. It's said that half of all new businesses close within 5 years. And while there are many different and individual reasons for this, most of them ultimately point to the same fundamental issue. What many companies offer isn't important enough to enough people. In other words, they lack relevance. For a company to survive and thrive in this world of abundance, it must be able to answer these two questions. Why do people need this? And why should they choose us? The answer to both of these questions lies in understanding two types of relevance that determine whether a company will flourish or fade into obscurity, which isn't cool. So, let's talk about what makes a company matter.
Welcome to Baselift. Here are 4 ways to increase your company's absolute relevance.
Quick info, this is the first video of a 2-video series on the topic of making a business matter. This video covers the topic of absolute relevance. The second one covers the topic of relative relevance. Make sure you watch the second video too, so you don't miss half of what you need to know. Now, let's go! Absolute relevance is best defined by its opposite, relative relevance. Relative relevance refers to how appropriate or beneficial a company or product is compared to the available options. Absolute relevance, therefore, refers to the fundamental value, the fundamental usefulness of a company or a product to a customer, regardless of the existence of potential alternatives. Many companies go into competition mode too soon, trying to outperform the competition with budget-heavy marketing campaigns or special offerings before they actually find out that their new design, their new innovation isn't even moving the needle on the customer side. So, here are 4 ways to increase a company's absolute relevance and make its business matter.
Number 1. Don't be everything to everyone.
Contrary to popular belief, most people don't like all-in-one solutions. Why? Because they often end up paying for features and benefits they never use. Secondly, all-in-one solutions often lack attention to detail that customers simply need to get their problem solved. The same goes for generalist service providers. They know something about everything, which is useful. However, often they don't know enough about the one thing that is needed. Plus, it is kind of unnatural behavior to look for a solution that solves 1,000 problems at the same time. What really happens is we have a problem and we're looking for a solution. And this is why many companies end up irrelevant. They try to be too many things to too many people. So instead of promising everything possible to everyone in reach, it makes more sense to choose a mission that is focused, that is more narrow, and that can be communicated easily. Focus gives you the power of becoming an expert, someone people are actively seeking out to because they don't want just anyone, but the one who knows best. What this takes is a clear position, knowing who your ideal customer is, what core problems you solve for them, and how your solution and expertise differs from alternatives. Narrowing down your focus does not only give you a lane, but also important parameters to guard yourself against the inevitable mission creep that erodes relevance. For example, consider being a medical expert in back pain. I know there's a better word for that, but it just won't come up right now. You're the specialist, and you're having all these people coming to you because you are the one who knows best. If you were to consider to widen up your services into the spectrums of arms and legs, it might make sense for a few, but for most people coming for you because you're the back pain specialist, it would be completely irrelevant. In short, focus creates relevance.
Number 2. Understanding needs, wants, and constraints.
Customers usually make buying decisions based on three key factors that drive a company's absolute relevance. Needs are the essential requirements customers must fulfill. These are non-negotiable and represent the minimal threshold your business must meet to be considered at all. For a coffee shop, drinkable coffee and clean facilities are needs. Wants go beyond basic needs and represent desires that aren't essential but significantly influences choices when needs are satisfied. A coffee shop customer may want specialty drinks and a cozy atmosphere or friendly service. Constraints are the limitations that restrict customer choices regardless of their desires. These include budget limitations, time restrictions, geographic boundaries, technical knowledge, cultural background, or physical abilities. Even if someone wants your premium coffee, their constraints may make it impossible to choose. To maximize their absolute relevance, businesses better make sure to address all three factors at the same time. Understanding these three dimensions enables one to create solutions that fit perfectly into customers' lives, making the provider both practically and emotionally relevant. Number 3. Listen and adapt. Many great companies end up being irrelevant because they stop paying attention. As Adobe CEO Shantanu Narayan said, preserving the status quo isn't a winning strategy. To ensure the relevance of your company, never stop talking directly to customers, creating feedback loops, catching problems early, watching for shifts in customer expectations, and studying what's working in other industries. In short, being relevant means being up to date. Number 4. Communicate clearly, short, and like a human being. One of the main reasons customers consider companies and their products irrelevant is that they don't understand them quickly enough. They just don't have the time and capacity to read complex copy and get into the details why you are so great. They don't have time. Respect that, especially in the beginning of a customer relationship in a world full of noise. The key is to optimize your communication. Make it clear. Strip away complexity and get to the point. When explaining your products, services, or business, ask, could a 12-year-old understand this? If not, simplify it further. As a restaurant, turn artisanal culinary creations into food that makes you happy. As a software company, turn enterprise-grade productivity enhancement solution into tools that save you time. Make your communication short. Respect people's time. Edit ruthlessly. My bank once found that their loan applications increased by 70% after they shortened the explanation page from 400 to 100 words. Short texts come across respectful and informative, not demanding. Make your communication humanly. Talk like a person, not a corporation. Instead of saying, rest assured we strive to optimize our customer satisfaction metrics, just say, we want you to be happy. It's absolutely okay to be human, and add personality where appropriate. If your company is a company that uses the F word, use the F word. Fettuccine! The other F word. Show that you consider your customers human beings, not numbers. Apply these principles to everything: your website, emails, packaging, signage, and especially how your team speaks with customers. The easier people understand you, the more likely they are to give you their attention, time, and money. Absolute relevance isn't about chasing trends or having brilliant ideas. It's about focus. It's about saying and doing only the things that matter and leaving out distractions. Make sure you watch the second video on relative relevance. I'm Stefan Hermann from Baselift, and now make something relevant.